Hey there, Parker Reed here, and welcome to PR Media, your home for everything movies and music through my eyes. And today we have a review of the brand new album from metal band Gojira, Fortitude. Gojira are one of the best metal bands around nowadays. They have a very prog sound to them, and they have a lot of intricate guitar work, a lot of great clean vocals, but also a lot of signature growls that have endured throughout their 2+ decades as a band. And this new album does see them go in a little bit of a different direction, as their last album, Magma, had a lot of more negative, grief-driven, a lot of sadder songs, a lot of sadder song topics. And while the music doesn't change drastically, the types of songs that they are writing on this album does. Fortitude focuses a lot on environmental causes, it focuses a lot on just more positivity, and that's something that the band consciously did in order to go in a more positive direction, because this album was delayed a couple of times due to the COVID-19 pandemic, so they wanted it just to be more of a positive experience for listeners, and I think they achieved that on this album. And I'm not gonna lie, I was not the biggest Gojira fan. I've seen them live once. I saw them open up for Slipknot in Chicago back in 2019, but that's my only experience with the band. I've heard some of their bigger singles, and I like them a lot, but there's just something about their sound. Maybe they're just a little bit too technical or too heavy for me. It just wasn't accessible, so I try to go into this from more of an objective point of view. This isn't really about my personal enjoyment. I'm just going to talk about the objective qualities of this and see if it's a good album or not. I think the standout song on Fortitude is Born, for one thing. It's fantastic. I know why this is the lead single. It's heavy, it's technical, but it also has some really great clean vocals in the chorus, and I thought really shined through. And the two other standouts on Fortitude, I think, are Another World and Into the Storm. It features great accessible riffs and accessible vocals, so I think this can be more of their coming out as far as a mainstream band. Sure, they're not going to be like a 3 Days Grace or a Papa Roach or something and just catch all the rock radio stations by storm. I think it's going to be the most accessible record that they have ever put out. But an aspect of Fortitude that just really grinded my gears is I don't like the mix at all. Sure, this might be the sound they're going for, but I just didn't enjoy it. The vocals sound way too spaced out, low in the mix, reverb and echo heavy. They're just not present. The guitars overwhelm this mix. They're at the very forefront, and yeah, sure, the bass is really loud, but where are the vocals, man? That's what's going to catch a lot of people. And I'm sure a lot of people will say, well, that's just not the vibe they're going for. They're more about technical proficiency rather than vocals. And I get it. I understand. But as someone who isn't really into this kind of music all that much, it was a bit frustrating because there are some great underlying melodies and great underlying song topics and structures that could have shined a little bit more if the vocals were just heavily brought up in the mix. And as far as the rest of the album goes, I think it's strong. I think there are a lot of fantastic riffs. There's a lot of great playing on this. You can't deny that the musicians in Gojira are really talented, and a lot of the songs have some catchy choruses and some heavy riffs. But beyond that, it didn't feel that diverse of an offering from them. While I still acknowledge that that's not really their thing, they have a sound they're going for, and they achieved it on this album. So a lot of metal fans are going to love this album. I liked it. I don't know if I'm going to be revisiting it a lot. I kind of compare it to the Deftones record that came out last year, and that's kind of a good comparison because they're going to be touring together before too long. So my final rating for Gojira's Fortitude is a solid 8.5 out of 10. I think it's really good. I think it's really strong. I don't think it's necessarily tailored to fit my needs as far as music goes, but for metal fans and prog metal fans in particular, I think this album is going to be one of your favorites of the year, if not your favorite of the year. Thank you so much for watching this video. If you liked what you saw here, you can check us out on Facebook or Instagram. Like, comment, and subscribe if you so choose. My name is Parker Reed, and you're watching PR Media. Keep supporting physical media, and I'll see you next time. Thanks, guys.